Well, good evening. My name is Willie Lawson, and this is a video that I'm doing for my friends on Rumble and for a lot of you who are still on YouTube. And it's sort of promotional in a sense, because I think that sometimes we, especially conservatives and our demographic, I mean old, I don't mean black, I mean old or older. Somebody the other day said, we're senior citizens, and I was like, yeah, okay. Um, Not the official senior citizens that they have, but yeah, I understood what they were saying. So sometimes we are reticent to try new things, especially technologically speaking. It's a gas that you guys are here on YouTube, or you guys are here on Rumble, something different, because we get into what I call technological ruts. We do what we do all the time. We learned a skill. We probably learned that tech skill in our 40s, most of the time for work, and that's what we move forward with. As the rest of the tech world and the communication world swirls around us, we have been successful doing this way, and we don't really see much reason to change because we've been successful at it. But I think what happens is sometimes we think we're experiencing the same level of success, but we're not. We're actually falling behind. We're actually experiencing a bit of failure. And that bit of failure happens because we are reticent to adjust, change, move into other areas, learn other stuff. Because I think that we have in our brain that somehow we can't. It's too much. We don't know how. When I was teaching, I was working in the public school system. I have 15.1 years in the system. I know it sounds like I was in jail. I wasn't, though. I had a great time in my time in public education. What I noticed about teachers were teachers didn't like to, and this was good teachers, bad teachers. They didn't like to be behind the curve, technologically speaking, from the kids. They wanted to be ahead of the curve in everything. I think it's the nature of teachers. They wanted to know more than the students. And generally speaking, that's probably a good idea. But in the world of computer tech and social media and the like, it's not even possible, because all kids had to do all day long outside of school was build their skills, if I could say it that way, on social media and tech. When the adults, the teachers, all they had to do was, I don't know, pay bills, take care of houses, take care of kids, prepare for school. They had a job, and some people had 2 and 3 jobs. So what they didn't have time to do was get up to speed on Facebook and Snap and Twitter and Instagram and TikTok. That's what teachers don't have a chance to do, let alone YouTube and Rumble and BitChute and all the streaming services. And there are a lot of streaming services. The Morning Report is now available on 10 different services. Now, that's the difference from when we started back in 2008. The Morning Report is available on Apple Podcasts, Spreaker, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Google Podcasts, Castbox, Deezer, Podcast Addict, Podchaser, and G Sylvan, which is Indian. Yeah. That gets us into the Asian market. Wow. So, and I don't expect anybody to have to, to try to get up to speed with all those things. But if you are, I still experience this. People ask me, am I still doing a radio show? And I say, yeah, I'm still doing my show. Or they ask me if I'm still doing my show, and I say yes. And then they ask me this. So what channel is it on? Channel? And I say my show is not on terrestrial radio. And then they get really confused. Their brow furrows, and my brow doesn't furrow. You see that? And this is not Botox. this is black don't crack. So their brows furrow and they wonder what am I talking about? And I say I do a podcast, and then they go, oh, okay, I don't know what that is, and then they bail out immediately. And some of you bail out, and then they bail out immediately because a podcast, and I know, stop. I know it's not a big deal, but for some people, I might as well say I do my show from a small cafe on Mars. And that you have to get SpaceX and Elon Musk to transport you there every day. I might as well have said that. This is something that we have to change. I'm not sure how we change it, except by mentioning it and trying to bring people along. And I know that I'm not going to get everybody. I understand that. But if we can get a few, if we can get a few to say, you know what, there are alternatives to legacy media and mainstream media that may be closer to, or may have messages closer to your philosophy, socially, politically, spiritually. There are sources, there are things. I hear people talk about and complain about the price of cable TV. Oh my God, my cable is just $300 a month, and they say, well, you know what? And then they ask what cable company I have, and I say I don't have a cable company. This again, and I said, so do you have an antenna? I'm like, no. So you don't watch TV? I said, yeah. I said, no, we probably watch way too much TV. We have three people. We have 3 people who live in this house, and we have 3 TVs. No, it's not true. We have 3, 4, 5 TVs with 3 people. It's stupid. It's ridiculous. And then 3 laptops, 2 tablets, all of which that we can watch television. And I said, we cut the cable. And they go, and more, brows furrowed. And they said, well, how's that work? So we get internet, and then we subscribe to streaming services. Right back to that cafe on Mars. Right back to that SpaceX trip with Elon Musk. And because you're watching this on Rumble or YouTube or BitChute, it's not that big a deal, right? Not that hard. You just have to be careful that you don't stack up your streaming services to get back to the same price per month that you were paying with cable. But it's very adjustable. You just have to be active in it. So this is the mentality that we have to overcome. So I hope to appeal to you who are watching this YouTube channel and who have subscribed to this YouTube channel. You can subscribe by hitting the subscribe thing underneath and clicking the notification bell. I appreciate that. I'd like to grow this channel on both YouTube and Rumble. I don't post every video that we do on YouTube because YouTube doesn't like me all that much. It's okay. I'm an only child. I'm used to not being liked. But I'd like to grow it, and I'd like to grow the channel because as we move forward to the 2022 elections in November, it's really important that we aren't dependent on the legacy media. They have proven themselves in any number of categories that we've experienced in the past couple of years as not the most trustworthy. Can I say that? Yeah, not the most trustworthy. So let's go ahead and do me a favor. In the link in the description box is the link to the Morning Report. The Morning Report is a audio podcast that I do every day, Monday through Friday, and we've been doing for a number of years now. We are hopefully on Wednesday, April 27th. I'm going to have our 500th episode. That's a lot. That's a lot. So our 500th episode. So what I really would like you to do, I'd like you to go to fightbackmedia.com. That link's also in the description box, and sign on to our what is it? Email list. That's it. Email. I thought, in 2008, I knew when John McCain was going to lose. When he admitted that he'd never sent an email, I thought, we're done. We are done. The Obama website was kicking. People were signing up to have house parties. They were sending them, banners and signs and tablecloth coverings, and the Republican candidate had never sent an email and was super late to the party on developing a website. This is something we have to change. Again, so listen, I'd like to see a big bump after we send this video up. It is 9:30 on Sunday, and we'll be sending this. I'm doing it now, so it'll be about 10:30 or 11 when this video goes up on Rumble and on YouTube. I would really love to see a big bump on the morning report tomorrow. Again, the links are in the description box. Sign on if you're not subscribed to this channel. Please subscribe. Hit the notification bell. Comment, share. We appreciate everything you do. We really do. We are. And you know what? I didn't ask you for any money. Isn't that cool? I didn't send you a survey and then hit you up for some money on the other end. We know who does that kind of crap. Republicans do that kind of crap. But in any case, until we see you again, go out there and learn something, love somebody, and for goodness sakes, take care of yourself. We'll see you when we see you. Bye-bye now.